Lizzie Zipmouth, Chapter 2. I didn't say a word when I had my breakfast. I didn't say a word when I got washed and dressed. I didn't say a word when I packed up my books and my crayons and my stickers and my school bag and my washing things and my hairbrush and all my underwear and my t-shirts and shorts and trousers and jumpers and my duffel coat and my welly boots. I didn't even say a word when Mum threw my old cosy dressing gown and last year's party dress and my school uniform in the rubbish bin. Mum said my dressing gown was all stained and my party dress was so small it showed my knickers, and I'd be going to a new school after the summer holidays with a different uniform. I felt stained and small and different in the car with Sam and Rory and Jake. They came to fetch us and help us with all our luggage. It's going to be lovely living in a house instead of that crummy little flat, said Mum. Won't it be great to have a garden, Lizzie? You can play football with Rory. Well, I usually play football with the boys next door, said Rory, but I suppose Lizzie can join in if she wants. I didn't want, but I didn't say anything. You'll like the swing, Lizzie, said Mum. Imagine having your own swing. It's my swing, said Jake. But you won't mind sharing it with Lizzie, will you? Said Sam. Jake looked as if he minded a lot. I didn't want to go on his silly old swing anyway, but I didn't say anything. I don't have to share my bedroom with Lizzie, do I? Jake asked suspiciously. Because there's not room, not with all my beanie babies and their special beds. They weren't real beds. Jake had 13 shoe boxes with paper tissues for bed covers. Mum acted like she thought this was sweet. I thought it was stupid, but I didn't say anything. I've got all my football souvenirs and my rock collection and my worm garden in my bedroom, Rory said quickly. I wouldn't mind sharing my bedroom with Lizzie, but I have to warn her that the worms wriggle around a lot. They could just end up in her bed. I decided I'd mind that very much indeed, but I didn't say anything. I stood close to Mum. She knew I wanted to share her bedroom, but she had Sam now. Lizzie can have her very own special bedroom, said Sam. We can turn my study into Lizzie's room. My computer can easily fit into our bedroom. There, aren't you lucky, Lizzie? Said Mum. I didn't feel at all lucky. I wonder what sort of bedroom you'd like, Lizzie. You can choose the colour for the walls and we'll get you curtains and a duvet to match, said Sam. What about pink? Pink's a bit girly, said Mum. How about red, Lizzie, or purple? I like pink, but I didn't say anything. Sam painted the walls purple and Mum bought red and purple check curtains and a matching duvet. Sam bought a real little red armchair and a purple fluffy rug. There, isn't it lovely? What do you say, Lizzie? Said Mum. I didn't say anything. Why don't you ever say anything, Lizzie? Said Rory. It's like you've got a zip across your mouth. Lizzie Zipmouth, said Jake, giggling. Can't you talk at all? Don't call Lizzie silly names, said Sam. Of course she can talk. She's just feeling a bit shy at the moment. He looked round my new bedroom. How can we make it a bit more homely for Lizzie? What about your toys? Shall we spread them around a bit? I didn't have that many. They all fitted neatly in a drawer. I wished I still had Flying Barbie, but she got left behind when we ran away from the first stepdad. I hope she managed to fly out the window away from him. I wished it was time to leave this second stepdad. He was being jolly and friendly, but he'd change soon. I was still waiting for the shouting to start. I was sure he was just pretending to be kind. I wasn't just sure about Rory. Maybe he really was kind. He stuck one of his Manchester United posters up on my bedroom wall. There, it's the right colour, he said. Sam wanted Jake to give me one of his beanie babies. Jake didn't want to be kind. They're mine, he said. I don't want to give them to Lizzie Zipmouth. Hey, stop the name calling, said Sam. What about the little purple teddy? He'd like to live in Lizzie's room. No, he wouldn't, said Jake. He'd hate it. I hated it in my room too. All that bright red and purple hurt my eyes. I opened up my new wardrobe and shut myself inside. It was lonely in the wardrobe. I put my slippers on my hands and made them do a dance in the dark, but I didn't think of any other games I could play. After a while, I heard Rory calling for me, and then Mum and Sam and even Jake. Lizzie! Lizzie, where are you? Lizzie, sit, mouth! They shouted and shouted and shouted and shouted. I still didn't say anything at all. I kept my mouth well and truly zipped.